If you're looking to build credit for the first time ever, or if you've already started your journey and you want to take a few more steps forward by increasing your score further, then this video is for you. We'll be going over the top beginner credit cards available on the market right now. That way you'll be able to best decide which one might be the right fit for you. For a generalized format here in terms of an approach to take, here's what I typically suggest to people. Step one, if you're totally new to credit, you may want to consider getting 1 to 2 true beginner credit cards. Then with step 2, build credit with those cards for 1 year. And then step 3, get other entry-level or beginner credit cards. The main reasons why I tend to suggest this approach to most people is because A, you have to get your journey started somehow, and of course going after cards that are the easiest to get approved for makes sense. And then part 2, when you go for more entry-level cards, most of those have no annual fees. So when you look at those types of cards, if they are good and you want to keep them long term, having no fee cards allows you to basically build credit long term in a responsible way without having to be charged those fees, and therefore you're not penalized for having them open long term. So for all of you true beginners out there, there are kind of 2 different categories to look into for your first card or cards. The first one being student cards. Of course, these require you being enrolled in a university. A variety of different banks may offer these, but the ones that stand out to me the most as offering some great options here are Capital One, Bank of America, and Discover. The second main bucket of beginner cards are secured credit cards. These require a deposit. In other words, you put down a certain amount of money, for example, $200, and that usually becomes your credit line as well, or somewhere close to it. Once again, many banks may offer these, but some ones that stand out to me personally are again Capital One, Bank of America, and Discover. And I'll also add here US Bank for some compelling secured cards. So I personally would build with those cards for about 12 months and then jump into some higher rewards cards. And a very unique one here for beginners, which may even work for your first card ever as well, is a brand new offering from Chase, and it's called the Chase Freedom Rise. They even market it on their website as first credit card, increase your approval chances. As I record this video, there is no welcome offer available right now. However, it does earn rewards long term through your spending. Currently, it's 5% back on Lyft rides through March 31st of 2025, and then also 1.5% cash back on all of your other purchases. The annual fee is also $0. Now, in terms of beginner cards, this one actually has several great benefits to help you get you on your way to building a strong credit history for yourself. First up, you can increase your approval odds. You're more likely to get approved for this card if you have a Chase checking account with a balance of $250 or more. Second, you can earn a $25 bonus. That is a $25 statement credit after enrolling in automatic payments within your first 3 months of opening this card account. You can also be eligible for a credit limit increase as early as 6 months, and it also comes with some insurance coverages like trip cancellation and interruption insurance, purchase protection, and extended warranty protection. The benefits continue here with some partnerships that Chase has, that is giving you Dash Pass by DoorDash, also some additional cash back, which we mentioned with Lyft, and also Instacart. Some of these are subscription based where you get a few months plus some credits through a certain time period. All the details are there on your screen. Of course, more terms apply as well, so read the fine print if you decide to enroll or activate these, because that way some of these may continue to charge you long term if you don't cancel. Just be aware. Now, once you've got that initial stretch of credit history on your report, ideally around 1 year or so, you can now start looking into some additional cards that are just regular credit cards with great rewards and still $0 annual fees. The first one we're going to discuss here is the Chase Freedom Flex. The offer here on this card is to earn $200 of cash back after spending $500 within the first 3 months. It also has a promotional 0% APR opportunity on balance transfers and purchases for the first 15 months, then a variable rate to follow. The Chase Freedom Flex awards you 5% cash back on travel when you use the Chase Ultimate Rewards portal. It also gives you 5% back on quarterly categories on up to $1,500 in combined spend through the different categories every quarter when you activate. More on that in just a moment. This card also earns 5% back on Lyft through March 31st of 2025, and then a couple 3% categories on dining at restaurants and drugstores. Finally, 1% back on your other purchases. The annual fee is $0. Now about those quarterly categories, these change every 3 months throughout the year according to a calendar that Chase sets. Here's some sample ones from 2023. You can see that January through March, it was for grocery stores, Target, fitness clubs, and gym memberships. Quarter 2, so April through June, was Amazon and Lowe's. Then in July through September, we had gas stations, EV charging, and select live entertainment. And then at this time, the October through December category was not yet released. Regarding the main benefits here for the partners, these are the same ones that you saw earlier with the Freedom Rise card, and then it takes it a step further with the insurance coverages by adding some more, including cell phone protection. Now, as you're beginning your credit journey, it's absolutely vital that you take care of your financial health. In part, that means looking over your credit score, your money and where it's going, of course, your bills and paying your bills on time, and more. So if you want a really easy way to manage all your credit cards and things related to them in one place, check out today's sponsor called MAXREWARDS. You can see here on the main dashboard that I can see all my bills, how much is due, and also by date, my sign-up bonus trackers to make sure that I'm spending the required amount to earn that big bonus. Also then on the next screen, my credit scores per the different card issuers, so I can track if I'm making progress month over month. On the next tab here are my transactions. In other words, where I've been spending my money across all my different cards from different banks, all in one great dashboard. And then here for the category, this helps me choose the best card. So if I'm going to the supermarket versus going to pay my home utilities, online shopping, and more, this will show me which card will earn the most rewards. And then at the gold level, MAXREWARDS can automatically activate all your Chase offers, Amex offers, Bank of America deals, and more. So if you want to try gold entirely free for your first month, there's a link down below in the description for you to try it out. And of course, there are plenty of free features too. Now, back to the rest of the video. Up next, we have another phenomenal card. This one does not have any rotating categories, but it has a lot of permanent categories that are very rewarding year-round. It's called the Capital One Saver One Rewards card, and we'll likely be discussing the version for good credit. I'll show you that in just a moment here. First though, the welcome offer is to earn anywhere from $0 up to $200 of cash back after spending $500 in the first 3 months. There's also a 0% APR opportunity for the excellent credit version on purchases and balance transfers for the first 15 months, then a variable APR after that. Alright, so what's with all this good credit versus excellent credit stuff? Well, the way Capital One tends to do things is they have the same card in different versions, even though they all look the same for different types of credit. So here we can see that for people with good credit, there's the Capital One Saver One Rewards for good credit, and then the regular Saver One Rewards with excellent credit. You can see a bit further down that the one for good credit does not come with a welcome offer, but the one for excellent credit does. And the way Capital One defines this to the public at least is as follows. Go ahead and pause this as long as you would like to read over the differences between good versus excellent credit per Capital One. I also included a couple others here too. Does this mean you'll for sure be denied for the excellent credit version if you don't have at least 3 years of credit history? Unfortunately, I have no way of knowing how often or how strictly Capital One enforces these rules. All I can do is present to you the objective information that Capital One provides. So, of course, the nice thing here with Capital One is if you apply for a higher tier version and you don't qualify, what they will oftentimes do is then give you the opportunity to get one of the lower tier versions instead with the same hard pull and the same application. Moving on to the rewards now, and they are fantastic, and they also apply the same to the good credit versus excellent credit versions. You'll earn 10% cash back on Uber and Uber Eats through November 14th of 2024, 8% back on Capital One Entertainment, 5% back on hotels and rental cars through the Capital One Travel Portal, 3% back on dining entertainment that is outside of Capital One's portal, popular streaming and grocery stores, and then 1% back on all of your other purchases. also a $0 annual fee. Taking a look now at the main benefits, you'll receive an Uber One membership through November 14th, 2024, access to the Capital One travel, dining, entertainment, and shopping portals, the ability to generate virtual card numbers, which can be great for shopping online, and also no foreign transaction fees. You'll also be given a great handful of different insurance coverages, both for retail and travel. Feel free to pause this and read those over. Next up, an incredible card for online shoppers. In fact, it's so good, I did a separate video dedicated just to that card on that topic. Check it out if you want to see some pretty cool things in a more in-depth level. But for now, we're going to look here at the Amex Blue Cash Everyday card. The welcome offer is to earn a $200 statement credit after you spend $2,000 on purchases in the first 6 months. You can also get a promo 0% APR on purchases and balance transfers for the first 15 months, then a variable rate, and also $0 Planet fees to basically buy now, pay later, and it creates certain plans. For earning cashback month over month, this card awards you 3% back on groceries at US supermarkets, 3% back on online retail purchases within the US, and also 3% back at US gas stations. All three of those are individually capped at up to $6,000 of spend per year. Outside of those categories, you'll earn 1% back on all of your other purchases for a $0 annual fee. On the main benefits front, we have an $84 credit for the Disney bundle, issued as $7 per month as long as you spend $12.99 or more per month excluding tax. Enrollment is required here, and it's valid on several different subscriptions, which you can see there on the screen. You'll also get a $180 credit for Home Chef, up to $15 per month. $180 is the maximum per year, also required to enroll. Like other American Express cards, this one also gives you Amex offers to earn additional bonus points or statement credits, things of that nature with select merchants. Also a complimentary shop runner membership and some insurance coverages, including car rental loss and damage insurance, which is secondary, and purchase protection. Now let's talk about one of my favorite cashback credit cards, also a great long-term keeper card that I've had since 2016. It's the Discover It Cashback Credit Card. The welcome offer is very unique. Rather than earning some cashback right up front, Discover offers the cashback match, where they match all the cashback you earned from your purchases at the end of year one. So if you earned $150 of cash back, they will then give you another $154, a total of $300. It also comes with a 0% APR on purchases and balance transfers for the first 15 months, then a variable rate after that. For earning cashback long term, it actually has a little bit of a similarity here with the original Freedom Flex that we saw earlier in the video, where you get 5% cashback on quarterly categories that change every 3 months. Now, this is capped on up to $1,500 of combined spend across all these categories every quarter once you activate them. Outside of this, it's 1% back on all of your other purchases, and the annual fee again is $0. Here's a taste of Discover's cashback calendar from 2023, where quarter one was grocery stores, drugstores, and select streaming services. Quarter two was restaurants and wholesale clubs. Quarter three at gas stations and digital wallets, and quarter four was Amazon.com and Target. These categories can vary from one year to the next, but they tend to be pretty similar to the ones that you just saw. Again, very useful for everyday at-home type of spending with broad categories and select merchants. The main benefits on this card include online privacy protection, 100% US-based customer service, free social security number alerts, the freeze it function, and also no foreign transaction fees. All right, we've got 2 cards left here, and they both offer a great amount of flexibility and customization for you because you can kind of choose your own rewards to a certain degree. Check these out. The first of these is the Bank of America Customized Cash Rewards card. It does have a welcome offer to earn $200 of cash back, which can be earned after spending $1,000 in the first 90 days. Also a 0% APR for the first 15 billing cycles on purchases and balance transfers, then a variable rate comes after that. What so many people love about this card is the 3% choice category. You can actually choose from the following here: gas and EV charging stations, online shopping, which now includes cable, internet, phone plans, and streaming, dining, travel, drugstores, or home improvement / furnishings. You can opt to change your choice category every month or keep it the same. Then outside of this, you've got a couple 2% categories for grocery stores and wholesale clubs, and then 1% back on your other purchases. Just note there at the bottom that you earn 3% and 2% on the first $2,500 in combined spend across those 3 and 2% categories. Then if you exceed that, it's 1% until the next quarter. Furthermore, sticking with the annual fee trend here, it's again $0. This card is definitely meant for the great rewards and not so much for the benefits. Not much here to look at other than a few special programs here to help you better manage your money, and also a few convenience things like contactless chip and getting your FICO score for free. And lastly, here is the Citi Custom Cash Card. It gives you an opportunity to earn a welcome offer of $200 of cash back after spending $1,500 in the first 6 months. Also a 0% APR on purchases and balance transfers for those first 15 billion cycles, then a variable rate to follow. The way the rewards work on this card is that you'll earn 5% cash back on your top eligible spend category. That is, you earn 5% back in the category where you spent the most each billing cycle, in other words, once per month. Also, it's valid on the first $500 you spend during that cycle. Then if you exceed that, it's 1% until the next cycle begins. Also 1% back on all of your other purchases and a $0 annual fee. Here's the list of the current eligible 5% categories, ranging from restaurants, gas stations, grocery stores, select travel, all the way through drugstores, fitness clubs, and in between too. This card also lasts pretty heavily here with the main benefits, but again, it's more about the rewards. The main standout feature here would be, of course, your FICO score for free and Citi Entertainment, which may give you access to pre-sales for a lot of events like concerts, sporting events, and more. And that wraps up my top picks for the best cards for beginners of the year. There are 7 that we went over. Here's an overall summary right now for you, including that other broader category of true beginner cards, including both for students and secured cards too. And with all that said, if you enjoyed today's video and believe it could benefit other people, then please help me get it in front of them by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and turning on those notifications. Also, check out the links down below in the description area to earn some more cash back when you shop online through Rakuten, to sign up for MAXREWARDS, which is a great app to manage your credit cards, rewards, credit scores, and more all in one place, and to view my site with some great credit card offers that I've organized into different categories to help you find the cards that you like best. I thank you all for watching today's video. I hope it brought you some great value. I look forward to seeing you in the next one, and while you're waiting for it, always remember that you are great.